Hey guys, have you ever thought about what your younger siblings or maybe even your kids are watching on YouTube? I recently came across something that really made me rethink what's going on. Even on YouTube Kids. Yeah, the place that's supposed to be all clean and safe, right? But it turns out that it's not that simple. So I stumbled upon a video by a YouTuber named Caleb is Salty. He's got a pretty interesting channel, by the way, and in one of his videos he talks about the content on YouTube for kids that seems fine at first glance, but if you take a closer look, it's actually really messed up. And this is super important because our younger ones are watching this stuff every day, and we don't always realize what's actually showing up on their screens. You probably notice it too. When you open YouTube Kids or even regular YouTube, you see tons of videos that are supposedly made for kids. Minecraft, cartoons, cute characters, it all looks fine, right? But if you dig a little deeper, you'll see it's not what it seems. For example, I've noticed that even in Minecraft videos, yeah, the game that's supposed to be all kid friendly, some of the videos have stuff in them that kids definitely shouldn't be seeing. And the scary spot, these videos show up in recommendation and can be even found on YouTube Kids. I don't know about you, but it reminded me of when my little brother had a tablet with YouTube Kids and he'd always be glued to those Minecraft videos. One day I wasn't really paying attention to what he was watching, but then I hear some weird sounds. And then this aggressive language. And it was a Minecraft video. Like, seriously, how is this even happening in content that's supposed to be for kids? This situation brought me back to the whole Elsa gay thing. You probably heard about it. It was this whole mess where characters from popular kids movies like Elsa from Frozen or Spider-Man were used in creepy, inappropriate videos. The thumbnails looked like normal kids content. Bright, familiar characters, so kids would click on them without a second thought, but what was inside? It was just disturbing. Now, if you've never set up YouTube Kids before, it seems like they've got everything covered. You go through registration, set the kid's age, there are different categories, and it seems like everything under control. Not so much. Even with all the settings, kids can still end up seeing inappropriate stuff. And it's not just a one-off thing, these kinds of videos keep slipping through. There's also the issue of kids being able to bypass parental controls. I mean, how? You can always sit next to them and watch everything they're doing. All it takes is a few taps and they're already down the rabbit hole of weird channels. And this is real problem parents face even on YouTube Kids. The filters don't always work. Here's a personal example. My nephew once showed me a video he found on YouTube Kids. It was a cartoon that at first seemed totally normal, but I decided to pay closer attention. Everything was fine, and then suddenly these weird jokes started happening. Jokes that were definitely not for kids. I thought it was a one-off, but then I started noticing that these kinds of videos were showing up more and more. Do you see the trap here? We trust these platforms that are supposed to be for kids and assume they're safe. But in reality, it's far from it, and that's something every one of us should be worried about. Now picture this. There are tons of super popular kids channels out there, right? But there are also other channels that try to copy these successful ones. But they do it with totally inappropriate content. You look at the thumbnails, see familiar characters and bright colors, and think, oh, this is fine. But inside, it's brain trash. And this is exactly what kids can accidentally stumble upon. To them, everything looks the same. They don't know the difference between a legit channel and a knockoff. You know, YouTube recently commented on one of Caleb Salty's videos, promising to address the issues. But to be honest, I'm a bit skeptical. This isn't the first time they say they'll fix it. But here we are, still dealing with the same problem. And here what I want to say to wrap this up. I get it, most of us adults are already used to YouTube being part of our daily lives. We go there to find something useful or just to entertain ourselves. But for kids, it's a whole different story. They're growing up in an age where screens are just a natural part of life, and what they see on those screens is shaping their worldview. You've probably seen it, little kids glued to their tablets or phones for hours, and it seems like harmless fun, but the truth is, even a few minutes of watching the wrong video can change how they see things. It might not be obvious, but kids absorb everything like sponges, and one inappropriate video can leave a lasting impression. I really think YouTube and other platforms need to take more responsibility for what they recommend for kids. But we can't just rely on algorithms and filters. At the end of the day, no one's going to care about our loved ones like we do. And if we just let things slide, it could come at a huge cost. I feel like a lot of parents don't even realize how dangerous some kids' content can be. They think, well, it's a kids' platform, it's fine. But the reality is, even on YouTube Kids, you can find stuff that messes with their minds. I get that we're all busy and maybe we don't have time to check every video. But this is one of those things where investing a little time can save kids from bad influences. At least once, try to watch what your younger siblings or your kids are watching. Take a closer look at the content they consume every day. Even if it seems like harmless Minecraft or a cartoon with their favorite characters, sometimes it's really not what they need to be seeing. I get that parental control is tough, but it's one of the most important things we can do to keep kids safe. I will say it's better to be overprotective and check what they're watching than regret not paying attention later. Maybe I'm being a little dramatic, but if you've ever thought about this before, you probably get what I mean. And here's where we can all step in. It's not just YouTube that needs to change. First of all, we, as users, can make a difference too. Report inappropriate content, share information with other parents, create safe playlists for our kids. Eventually, this will put more pressure on platforms to finally take filtering kids' content seriously. We live in a world where information is always available, which can be both amazing and dangerous. What kind of world our kids see depends on how we approach protecting them. I hope after watching this video, you'll think about it and maybe pay a little more attention to what the kids around you are watching. We all can be a bit more mindful and protect them from this endless ocean of content that can be both helpful and harmful. Thanks for hanging out with me and watching this video all the way through. I really wanted to share this with you because I experienced it firsthand and realized that it is way more than just a few videos on YouTube. It's about our kids' safety, their development, and their future. If you found this video helpful or interesting, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'll try to talk about these important topics so that we can all be a little more aware and prepared. And of course, feel free to drop a comment. Let me know if you had similar experiences or if you have any tips on managing kids' content. I'd love to hear from you, because together we can make the online space a safer place for kids. And don't forget about like. It helps not just the channel, but also spreads awareness of these important issues. I'll catch you in the next videos. Take care and protect your loved ones.